We're going to take a look at the NIST framework and how it establishes a common lexicon that describes cybersecurity work and workers, regardless of where or from or who the work is performed. The NIST framework is applicable to public, private, or even academic sectors. It's broken down into 7 categories, from securely provisioning all the way through investigation. What you see here is the NIST framework overlaid on Monday.com, and then it's also broken down into specialty areas, distinct areas of cybersecurity work. Let's take a look at what the security provision team is up to. We're going to break this down, and we have the risk management, development, architecture, technology, right? We have a lot of these specialty areas here, and then we have their status, right? Who's working on it, their status. We have a description, so we understand at a glance what this person is doing. And then we can manage their work role. And if you've done any work with identity access management, having a work role ID will help you build an identity access management program based on the category that your information technology person is performing. So when we look at this, right, we can have this technology and R&D person. Maybe we want them to take on a work role of something in this in this chart here, right? Maybe we want them to also take on the work role to be a cyber defense analyst, right? And now we have that role ID, so you could grant permissions based on the role ID just assigned, and then we have the description of what they do. So this person conducts technology assessments and integration processes, prototyping, capability, or evaluating utility, and maybe they are going to collect data from a variety of cyber defense tools, right, to analyze the events. So this is the role that they are going to do, the job they're going to do, and then what control are they responsible for, right? What is this technology and R&D control group that they're responsible for, and what are the statuses of those controls that are selected? Here we can see that none of the statuses have been completed, right? But we can see the items that they have been assigned, and we could even dive into what the description of it is, what the discussion is. We can find related controls here. We could set the status. We could now say that we have selected this control, and we see that that's reporting up. We can set a priority. So maybe this is a low priority. We've selected it. This will be useful in our other components, and we can start to share our requirements for this control, right? We can update our budget. We can say it's going to be 3,500. We can share design principles. We can work on our implementation, our project timeline, assign our responsible teams, right? In this case, we're going to pick the executive cyber leadership and put them on this team. And then we have a team member, right? We can add team members about who's working on this project. We can define how we're going to maintain it, set a review date. We can manage our exceptions. Maybe we need an exception for, again, we're using the NIST framework to talk about those categories in the business that we're making exceptions for. So let's say we're going to make an exception for our executive cyber leadership because of this control and it would impact. Now we see what group of the cybersecurity framework is impacted by that. So it impacts oversee and govern. What if we added an exception for our systems and analysis team? We have oversee and govern and operate and maintain are impacted by the exception that has been submitted. So our exception, duration, we can build our RACI chart through here. We can set our spans, and then we can generate a report and send this to the appropriate place. But here we can see what the validation status is of the controls, the secondary controls. This risk management person has well over 60 controls that they're responsible for. Only one is validated. And we have the descriptions. We can share evidence, uploading that from our favorite cloud services. And over here, we can generate a report. So if you're interested in building a risk management framework for securing cloud organizations and businesses, follow along for more.